The EEM, Emerging Markets ETF, has rebounded roughly 4% in the past week. Options traders calling for that run to continue. Pete Najarian joins us now from Minneapolis, Target's hometown, with a look at that and some unusual activity. Pete, I know we're going to talk a couple financials too. I knew you were going to do the EEM, so I didn't want to reveal that earlier when the gang in front of me today was talking about it. What are you seeing?
Well, you know, it started last week, actually, Scott. It's good to see you, by the way. I know you've been gone for a little while, so let's get you back into your groove, right? But, you know, the EEM, last week we actually had buyers of November calls, about 10,000 of the November 45 calls. We also had this week's expiring calls being bought, 35,000 of those. Today what we're seeing is 73,000 of the December 46 calls are being bought. Now, if you just go back 5 days from now, from today, you'd actually see that it was at 41, and now we've moved up towards 44. A pretty nice move. Some of those are already being rewarded, but we're also seeing these rolls up. Now, the one that I'm talking about today, that's a roll up from the 45.5s to the 46s. It's all part of a spread, but those are massive numbers. Those are very aggressive buyers, and they're buying a little bit of time, Scott. There's November buyers, but today we're seeing these buyers that go out to December. So pretty aggressive positioning for the EEM, maybe to show some recovery, if not this week, maybe over the next couple of months. So I like this trade enough. I jumped inside of there. We also have some financials. I'll start with Goldman Sachs. The options they're buying today were very aggressively bought in Goldman because pretty expensive stock. They're buying 4,000 of the upside calls, and it's really interesting to see the 242.5 calls being bought because those calls are really interesting and very close to, and now probably moving to in the money. I'm not looking at the stock right now. Yep, I see that they are in the money. So they started buying those at 23 cents today. And those expire at the end of the week. Those are already now in the money. They were just out of the money previously. We're also seeing buyers in Citibank. So Citi is really interesting because that stock started to move to the upside, and we're seeing the 72.5 calls being bought there as well. So aggressive buying in financials. Goldman Sachs, as I was coming on, more buyers, some in the money and some just out of the money. Very short expiration. So looking for that stock to pop in a very short time frame.
Yeah, speaks to the broad nature of what we're seeing in the market overall. Pete, thanks.